So that's called dependency. So when people talk about happiness, actually it's a form of dependence. I'm happy meaning I'm depending upon something to make me happy. Whereas when you feel peaceful and blissful, actually it's a state of detachment. Yes. It's a state of non-attachment. More than just attachment, detachment. Actually, it's non-attachment. I heard the word mentioned emptiness. I heard the word space. Okay? So it's a state of a mental state where you feel whole. You feel complete within yourself. And it's, I don't know how to describe it, but maybe is it fair to say it's a little bit higher form than just happiness? You feel it's like a next level happiness or not? You agree with that or not? Or is it comparable?
It's more of a constant state.
The blissful state?
Is more, it's something more consistent. It's like your ups and downs get more leveled.
Right. The blissful and the peaceful is, yes, it's less ups and downs. Yes, that's right. You are even keel. You can maintain it. Whereas happiness has its ups and downs, right? And you're happy, next moment you'll be unhappy, just like that. Whereas when you're blissful and peaceful, it stays the same thing for sustained periods of time, effortlessly, just by yourself, right? Whether someone yells at you, you're still peaceful and blissful. Someone, you get the super lotto, you're still, well, maybe not that, right? So it's a two different kinds of states, right? So life is wonderful when we are able to combine happiness versus blissful states. Agree? Because we live with others, so it's normal to have others make us happy. On the other hand, others also can make us very unhappy. And that's why we hide in blissful and peaceful states. Yes? Okay. So what I'm trying to get at is it's a sort of strands where the exact term in our Buddhist world is actually emptiness. When your mind is empty, that's when you feel peaceful and blissful. So meditation is a form of spiritual practice, a form of practice that enables you to consistently or give you a different an approach, a methodology to enter a peaceful and blissful state, among other different methodologies. Okay, as I said, some people like grass things. They do grass. Okay. And it actually makes your mind empty, somewhat empty. Okay, and you feel blissful and peaceful with chemicals. But in meditation, we do that by emptying our mind. And when your mind is empty, you naturally become peaceful and blissful. Is it too profound? And actually, in terms of meditation, as I said, I've been saying the last 2 days, It's called samadhi. And the emptiness of the mind is called a state of samadhi, where you actually can concentrate. Okay? Samadhi is a state of mind where you can either be empty or you're able to sustain a thought over a long time period. So you talk about even keel, you talk about detaching. So all those things, right? You're able to concentrate on one thing, sustain your thought, what we talked about, single-mindedness. Okay? Your mind only has one thought in there, concentrates on one thing alone. That's a form of samadhi. Okay? A form of world samadhi where you can concentrate on one thing and you are able to function in society. Okay? Like we talked about the our Korean artist who came to our temple to install the statues. He's able to concentrate on the task at hand for 5 hours straight. No break, nothing, no music, nothing needed for him. He just only knows about his work. That's it. Okay. And after 5 hours, he has a sense of satisfaction. Okay. He has a sense of happiness. Not just blissful alone, happiness. That he did what he came there to do. He finished his creation. And you know what? It's a gift because we're very happy with it as well. Yes, Shana? Now the people, you take a picture of our temple, it looks so much better than before because he adorned it, he transformed it, his creation. Kind of expensive, but it's well worth it. Okay? So this data samadhi I talked about. So meditation actually is a very, very useful thing. It's not just something that you just learn and then you become a strange person who smiles and and give you strange answers and stuff like that. But actually, it's a rather engaged form of lifestyle where you are able to, when needed, when conditions arise, you're able to enter samadhi and single-mindedly focus on something to live in society. Okay? Or another option for you is to disengage and empty your mind. Okay? So there's two different levels, different types of samadhis you will. The samadhi where you actually samadhi, what is that called? I'm going into a little bit of Buddhist terminology, so bear with me. It's called samadhi in movement. And the other type is samadhi in stillness. Okay? So that when you need to perform, when you need to do something or deliver, engage, you can enter samadhi while in movement. Okay? So that you're able to function, you're able to work, you're able to engage with others. You still are in samadhi. Okay? And the other side is that when you're by yourself, you decide to distance yourself, detach yourself from everything, you're able to enter samadhi in stillness. That's why we cross our legs. This is a deeper form of samadhi. Okay? Samadhi in motion is not as deep. The samadhi in motion, you still are able to drive. Okay? And not get an accident. Whereas samadhi in stillness, we just sit there still and unlikely that we would enter samadhi while sleeping. It's a very high form of samadhi that I don't believe that you attain by training. You have to get there first, and then whatever you do, whether you're sleeping, whether you're walking, you still enter samadhi. But for you to receive training, like in sleep and get up and learn and meditate, so that you learn to enter samadhi while sleeping, it's a new form of training, shall we say. that I'm not used to. It's confusing. It's very difficult to develop samadhi like that. And it's, why do you need to enter samadhi while you're sleeping? I would like to enjoy my sleep. Okay. Actually, it's even better that you don't sleep and meditate. That's how in a child meditation we sleep less and we meditate instead of sleeping, because meditation is far better than sleeping. Far better. Okay? Once you get to that level, once you get to understand it. Alright? Where are we? So that's why meditation is very, very fascinating form. I want to expose you to that, because so far the last 2 days we talked about the low level types of stuff where you're concerned about your body, you're concerned about healing and so forth. You can learn all those things and you achieve the type of healing at all levels of the samadhis. But I would like you to know that in the chant meditation I brought here to and share with you the last few days is also is in the pursuit in also much higher levels pursuits where we are able to transcend our own limitations. And one of the real goals of meditation is to end birth and death, to end all suffering and attain bliss permanently, eternally. That's the ultimate goal of meditation, of chant meditation. Okay, so this is a technology, this is a set of methodology that enables you to develop that gradually. That's one way. Or there are other methods where actually you can leap into it. Okay? So that's the breadth and the depth of chant meditation. You can go sequentially, or what is it called? What is it called? I forgot already. Gradually? Yeah, gradual. It's called gradual enlightenment. Or you can have sudden enlightenment where actually you leap. Okay? So there are plenty of approaches that enables you to do that. Questions at all? Any questions? So, for example, at a lower level, you need to be trained how to enter samadhi so that you can experience a state called peace and bliss. So you enter first dhyana, you experience first peace and bliss in first dhyana, and then you be trained how to enter second dhyana, in which you will experience your bliss and your peace will be even deeper. Okay? And third dhyana is even better, fourth dhyana is even better, and so forth and so forth. So far, so good? So actually, as you improve, you will get a lot more out of your meditation experiences, your meditation time. Okay, so that's why it's well worth your time to try to understand when you meditate, the goal should be to improve yourself. Okay? Very practical. And so you have this method where you actually are trained, taught what to do to develop your samadhi. So far so good? That's the difference. Yeah, I'm not talking about regular meditation where they teach you to feel good and stuff like that. It's called to feel happy about yourself. That's called worldly meditation. What we're teaching you is transcendental meditation, where we transcend your own attachment, and you detach from your own limitations. All right? That's a different form of meditation where it's more transcendental, where you liberate yourself from your own limitation, you liberate yourself from your own suffering. Okay? Limitation is suffering. And free yourself from all these constraints. Okay? Okay? Free yourself from your ego. right? And by the way, when you enter this state of this samadhi, when you experience peace and bliss, actually that's when you're healing your body at the best rate possible, at your level. As you get a high level, you heal yourself even more. High level, you heal yourself even more. That's why your body gets healthier and healthier as your samadhi power increases. All right. So you learn through this training here. It seems hard because it is hard because it's not easy. It's a fantastic skill to have, and you put in the hard work. There's a reason why we make you do all this. So, for example, the Chanchi is kind of difficult. The retreat like this is difficult because it's demanding, but it's for a reason. The reason being that you're supposed to get tired. You're supposed to experience the little thing called pain. Okay? And if you survive through this, okay, you become one of the best survivors. Seen that? That I heard there's a TV program called Survivors. Okay. And someone told me an episode where a survivor where this potentially don't think that I'm being casual about, where they hang off a tree. I don't know, you saw that episode? I didn't see the episode. Okay. They hang off they hang themselves like this, and they cannot touch anything, and they see who's gonna be the last one to fall off. Okay, so these people falling off like ripe fruits, like pears, and ripe fruits, ripe pears. And there's only like 2 persons left. One is a Vietnamese guy, 50 years old, and the other is a black lady, okay, much younger. I think she's around her 20s or something. So they both are there, hanging on there. And finally, and the guy keeps on looking at her, and she keeps on looking at him. See, are you going to drop off or what? Are you going to let go? This is what I was related to. And then finally, the young lady gave up. Okay, and the guy is, I survived. And then they interviewed him, of course, said, what did you do? You're an old fart. You're an old person. How did you survive? Okay. How did you survive? You know what he said? He said, when I'm about to give up, you didn't hear me, did you? He said, no, we couldn't quite catch what you were saying. He said, I recited the Buddha's name, Amitofo, Amitofo, help me. That he meditated. So for that split second, he's free from his pain. Okay, so he hung on a little bit longer. So every time he's about to give up, he said, Amito, help me out. And it worked for him. So it's a form of meditation. Okay. So anyway, so you learn, and if you are even if you are a little bit more advanced, if he were to be better trained, he can learn to be able to enter samadhi. Okay, so these Chan retreats here, as I said, are for 2 reasons. Number one, you're supposed to experience pain, you're supposed to experience tiredness, and yet you don't quit. That's how you enter samadhi. Alright? So it's not easy, but if you understand that eventually over time your samadhi power increases, your wisdom increases, then you see why, you understand why it is a very powerful method for you to systematically increase your samadhi power. Our experience has been that all those who came to our temple to participate in a Chanchi meditation retreat, which is like 7 days, not 3 like here, and we don't start at 6, we start at 3. We don't end at 9 o'clock. We end at midnight. Yeah, Guru can attest to that. It's these wild and crazy people. He said, it's for a reason. We do that in order to help you, and they all improve. They all improve in one way or the other. Most of them increase in their samadhi power. Okay. And so you reach a certain level where as you get better and better, you can one day enter samadhi at will. So for example, that guy who's there and says, no, he can enter samadhi and forget his pain, detach from pain, and let his body heal at the same time. Isn't that cool? And that's the kind of level of Chan meditation you can attain. And which all the way to what we call enlightenment. Okay. So I just want to share with you today very simply that there's a full range of levels you can attain, and don't settle for less. That's all. Okay. It depends on so it's important to understand that if you have that full range, then the methodology must be able to provide you with the proper foundations to get there. Okay? All right, questions at all? Any questions? Yes?
So even with systematic work, you cannot achieve blissfulness, and you need to be given something from yourself?
Even what? The first part I didn't get. Please repeat.
I was asking if it is possible to achieve blissfulness with systematic work, or you need to be given something from someone, or...
Systematic work. What do you mean systematic work?
She is asking if is it possible to reach bliss by systematic work, or you have to be given something by someone in order to achieve the bliss?
Systematic work. No, you simply can enter bliss by meditation. You meditate, so you learn how to meditate, you learn to cross your legs, you learn to breathe maybe, you learn to recite the Buddha's name, you learn all kinds of things, okay, that will eventually help you develop bliss, and the samadhi, help you enter samadhi, okay. When that's at the low level, okay, so basically this is a methodology. You say, okay, let's say you go to a Chan meditation retreat, okay, and you follow the schedule. You get up at 3 and you don't go to bed until midnight and so on for however long, and because of that method, that process right there, you will naturally enter samadhi. Okay, so what I mean by the systematic is that there is actually instructions for you, a process for you to go through, and it will help you increase your samadhi power. Okay, that's what I mean by systematic. Okay, there's a way, there's a process of training. We actually do that. And it's proven to have worked for many people. Okay, to help many people. And that's a low level. Okay. At a high level, once you reach a certain high level, and then you're able to develop the ability to enter samadhi at will, anytime you want. Okay. And that in that nature, in that process, you'll be able to understand how to enter samadhi, why people enter samadhi. In some cases. Yes, ma'am.
Why do we have to cross our legs in Padmasana to achieve samadhi in lotus pose?
Why do you have to cross our legs?
In meditation. Cross specifically in lotus, not just cross.
You don't need to be in full lotus to enter samadhi. You don't. You don't even need to cross your legs and enter samadhi. You can, at certain levels, at higher levels, you're able to sleep and enter samadhi. You don't need to be trained for it. Okay. The training for sleeping to enter samadhi is, personally, I feel it's nonsense. There's no such thing. It's a dream state, and enjoy your dreams. And it's much better, as I said, to meditate than to sleep and reach certain level. So this is too commercial to me. But anyway, I'm not Tibetan, so I shouldn't comment about these things. So you can sleep, you enter samadhi. You can enter samadhi anywhere. You don't need to cross your legs at all. You can stand on your head. You enter samadhi. Okay.
No, I was asking because you said you learn to cross your legs, and then eventually it's because I'm new to Chan meditation, and in yoga it's obviously a different philosophy, if you want to put it that way. It's what you just said. You can be, because it's a constant state, samadhi, so you learn not to learn, eventually you live in samadhi.
Right. The reason that we teach you to cross your legs is because of a couple of reasons, especially in full lotus. That's for a few reasons. Okay. The first reason being that the full lotus will help you build a much stronger foundation. It will help bring you a lot further than half lotus, for example. When you reach past the ninth level of samadhi, which is samadhi of the typical mindfulness meditation teachers, you find it monks, not lay people. Lay people cannot reach that. I don't see the European lay people at that level yet. I don't see that many monks who are at that level yet, by the way. For example, the more famous books I saw, the authors of the books I saw on the bookshelves out there, they're not at that level. The ninth level is very hard to reach. And you can reach ninth level, which is half lotus, as this statue here tells you. See, this is a half lotus. Okay. However, beyond that, when you reach, for example, the Mahayana level enlightenment, which has many, many levels, okay, lowest level, up to a very high level, like our masters, you need to be in full lotus. Why is that? Because it's more balanced. When you sit in full lotus, after a while, you will realize that it's the most comfortable position, sitting position you will ever be able to achieve. You're balanced. You're stable like a bell. You put a bell down, the bell doesn't move. Does it? That's full lotus. The bell is just an imitation of full lotus. Okay? I'm very opinionated, as you notice. Anyway, it's nonsense. I'm just clowning around. So the first reason is that when you reach higher levels, in order for you to improve, you have to be in full lotus. Okay? That's the first reason. Number two reason is that when you're in samadhi, the full lotus will help bring you to a deeper level of samadhi than half lotus or non-lotus. Alright? And so finally, if you look at these two reasons and you realize that full lotus is a very important part of your foundation of the meditation practice. You're able to, if you're willing to do that, then you actually are building a very, very solid foundation for your entire meditation practice this lifetime and future lifetimes as well. Once you're able to get full lotus, in the future lifetimes, you should be able to get in full lotus as well, more easily. All right, so it's just it's a more to me it's a much better form of training meditation than non-full lotus. Okay, now it's now I have to elaborate this for you for your sake. Full lotus is not a necessary requirement for meditation. It's not necessary for you to enter samadhi. Okay, the reason we give you a goal right there called full lotus is to challenge you. Okay, it's not easy to do. Okay, so we're asking you to do more than you thought capable of doing. The simple thought of you sitting in full lotus for 10 hours is impossible to you. Yes?
Yes.
Only 10 hours. And you think it's impossible already. You see that? Children in my temple sit for over 10 hours in full lotus.
Children this size
Hmm?
or children with this size or
Younger male. Younger than you. Okay? Less than 10-year-old. Okay? And if they dare get out full lotus, we'll beat them up. That helps. Anyway, that's what we call incentives. And if they can sit 10 hours, what do? Ice cream. So we have our own methodology of developing samadhi power in children as well. We stop at nothing to get to our goal. So it's a very good question, and quite often asked question is that why do you do that full lotus? Because it's a far better way to train in meditation. You meditate in full lotus. What you get out of the full lotus posture is 50 times, 100 times more than half lotus. So for the same amount of time, your blessings, your rate of progress, your chi flow will be so much better than the half lotus. So that's why we stress the full lotus to challenge you and help you train to get there. And once you're there, you can see why it's well worth it. And once you are able to, let me give you a tip, you're able to sit in full lotus in 2 hours without any discomfort. Actually, every time when you cross your legs like that, it feels good. You feel happy. By the mere fact of crossing your legs, it feels good. You don't need to eat anything, you don't need to drink anything, you don't need anything. It feels good. Okay. So it's between happiness and blissful, natural. And I said that, so I shared with you to encourage you to train yourself to get to the level where if you're able to sit for 2 hours, break through the second pain barrier. You have to break through the second pain barrier before you can sit for 2 hours without any pain, without any discomfort. Every time you cross your legs, it feels good within minutes, seconds. You don't need to do this. Okay? You feel good right away. Okay? It costs nothing. Alright? Sounds good to you? Ooh, you get a natural high. Cheap. Okay? Because people tell me that constantly. For example, most monks and nuns, most teachers who teach you meditation cannot sit for 2 hours. They cannot. And that's why they don't dare teach you about full lotus, because they don't know how wonderful it is, how beautiful of a process that is. If you know, it's a simple process, sitting for like that, and you train yourself to be able to break through the second pain barrier, which is meaning you have to sit for between 2 and 2.5 hours, usually, and you break through, meaning that the pain peaks and then it dies, and that's when you feel peaceful and blissful, right there. And after that, you're able to sit for 2 hours without any problems. It feels good. So actually, you ask these people here, the reason they sit in full lotus because actually they feel good. Okay, that's why full lotus is a best kept secret in Chan meditation. They don't teach anymore because they don't know anymore. So that's part of the challenges that we throw at you. All right. Any other questions? Is it okay so far? Yeah. And finally, just for your information, and people also ask us, and a lot of these people who are well-read in meditation, well-researched in meditation, they say, in Chan meditation, walking is Chan, sleeping is Chan, sitting is Chan, going to buy to the supermarket is Chan. And why do you have to cross our legs? Okay. And I'm sharing it with you because some of these people will throw curveballs like that at you to impress you of their book knowledge. You read a lot about that, or another concept they talk about is living in the now. Yes, like when the mindfulness people, they come to you and say, you know, meditation will teach me to live in the now, in the present. Okay, I want to experience the sunset. I want to smell the rose. I want to enjoy the food I eat. Okay, so that's meditation to me. It's supposed to help you do that. So those are very common topics that people throw at us in Chan meditation. Let me present to you, share with you my thinking about that. First of all, living in the now, experiences the pleasures of life. Yes, it's a form of meditation. It's a low form of meditation. It's called worldly meditation, where you seek sensual pleasures, and that's not real meditation at all. Some meditation, famous meditation teachers teach you to meditate and smile, or to go hug a tree. It's all worldly sort of meditation. It's not true, authentic Buddhist meditation. It's not the highest. It's this low form meditation that they sell you. Meditation as a form to increase your sensual pleasures. Whether it's eating, whether it's smelling, whether it's looking, whether it's touching, it's all to increase your sensual pleasures. It's very low form meditation because, as we just talked about, it makes you happy, makes you more attached. That's all it does. Okay? It makes you unhappy ultimately. Makes you dependent. Right? Okay, so the answer to the question is meditation helps me increase my mindfulness so that I can live in the now. My answer is, why bother living in the now? What is it? How does it help you? It makes you unhappy. That's all it does. When you're not living in the now. Right? And I can live, it helps me live in the now. my answer is, what happens to you when you cannot live in the now? And doesn't this form of meditation make you unhappy ultimately? It binds you, put you in shackles, right? So that's one way to answer it. And the other is, what is the number 2 again? I forgot already. You weren't even paying attention either.
Walking
Story of my life.
Walking is Chan.
Thank you. Somebody is taking my lecture, my talk seriously. It's not Bruno. Walking is meditation. Sitting is meditation. Then why do we have our cross outlets? Why can't I just walk and meditate? Why can't I just go to the supermarket and meditate? Because my teachers say so. Walking is meditation. Going to the supermarket is meditation. So what is it I don't get yet? Right? The Chan patriarchs, the Chan great Chan teachers are all saying that walking is meditation. Lying down is meditation. So why should you trust me? Because I'm not at that level yet. And you were right. So you shouldn't trust me. I'm not at that level yet. Okay. Because there are 2 levels. Our levels. We need to learn to cross our leg, which is the best way to develop your samadhi power quickly. So when you get up there, the level where you, as I said, you're able to enter samadhi just like that. Okay, at will. At that time, walking is Chan. Sitting is Chan. Lying down is Chan. Going to the supermarket is Chan. But until then, you better learn how to train yourself and sit in full lotus first. Alright? Time is up. Any other questions? You can stop here or we can meditate.
Just a quick question.
Yes?
Is samadhi a form of sensual pleasure or not?
No, not at all. Samadhi is a form of detachment. So when you enter samadhi, naturally you develop bliss, something called state, mental state called bliss. Okay, because your mind is blissful, okay, because it is free from attachments. So at first dhyana, you're free from so many things. And second dhyana, you're even free from even more things. That's why it's more blissful. You see that? Third dhyana is more detachment. Fourth dhyana, more detachment. That's why the higher you get up there, the more blissful it becomes. Until you reach something called enlightenment level, where it's the highest form of bliss you can ever attain. Ever. And by then, you say, wow, all this chanchi, all this pain in the legs, in the back, in the ankle, in the knees, oh, so well worth it. Well, this is called Chan advertisement. Okay? Any other questions? And for your information, in my humble opinion, Chan meditation is the highest form of meditation techniques. Much higher in Tibet. In Tibet is not, the strength is not meditation. The strength is tantra. Mantra. So that's why in our world, Chan is up here, Hinayana is up here. Tibet is all in between. They're not quite there. Just for your information. It's just my personal opinion. Don't quote me. I will deny it. Okay? Thank you. Let's stop here and take a break, and then we get back to meditate before we can eat.